Oakland people be coming out being like, I don't want that in my backyard, you know? And then what did we do? We went to the town hall, the District 3 town hall, right? And what did we do, Monte?
David Ocasio TV here, seeing what is unfolding. We don't know. Let's see if we can get a word. Would you like to say something to the people? What's going on right now?
Well, Plazo Kamati David, thank you for being out here and your tireless work. You know, today what we see is the apparatus of an oppressive state coming down on some of the most vulnerable yet resilient people here in Oakland today. We've seen the Wood Street community on this piece of land find their self-determination for over 10 years. And today we see local government, city government, coming to displace this community that has learned to take care of itself, that is self-sufficient in so many ways. And here, you know, just down the road right now, we have our beloved Mona, you know, really, again, at the hands of state violence, being violently evicted. Mona was one of our community members when just a few months ago, when the eviction took place.
To work together, because that's what Oakland is. You want to say, Oakland, that we love life? Show how we love life. We love each other. We take care of us, okay? Right. And so that's what we're doing here today. That's what we're inviting the city council into relationship into this love of life through actually having each other's backs. Open up the North Gateway parcel. Stand with Carol Fife because she knows what's up, okay?
That's right. And TV here, ladies and gentlemen, and what we have behind us is the eviction. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The eviction of Wood Street is beginning. Some people say that this is the last house on the block. And without this encampment, a lot of people are going to be in the backyards of everybody. So we will see. Excuse me. Do you want to say something to the people? Hey, what's up? What's up? You got something you want to tell the people? Say to the camera?
Yeah, the guy was playing, this land is your land, where, you know, this land belongs to you and me. And I guess they want the truck moved, and so they took him, and it was confusing.
Would you like to say something? Go ahead and explain to the people what's going on today.
Well, today it is a shit show. This is the 5th installment of the Get Wood Street the Fuck Off Wood Street war that we're having with City of Oakland, who has been completely, entirely very difficult, if not stubborn and illegal in how they've been setting up things and doing things to people. There was 278 fires last summer and into the year before, and they did nothing to abate the fires. They wouldn't give us fire protections. They laughed at us, and a man died. So I'm still a little upset about Charles Brown that was killed in that fire. We had a campus that we were supposed to be installing, and they took up our space with those useless, overly priced tough sheds at $8.7 million when they probably only cost $500,000 maybe the most. We had cargo containers that were going to go to the people, and they were going to learn, or we were going to learn how to make the ADUs, and then that would be industry and skill training. But no, put us in a garden shed, which is not adequate housing, and they're breaking laws all the way around the block with this. They have to house us in whatever they build here because we were here first. And the new legislature, AB laws, I advise anyone that's displaced to go online and look up legislature about displacement and projects.
Okay, well, you have a message to the mayor, Shang Tao.
Lady Mayor, it would be so nice to meet your acquaintance. We are the world's most progressive, proactive, part Panther, part Burning Man camp. We've been neglected. We had a partnership with City. We're very proud of the progress that we helped achieve with City and for City, and we'd like to be able to work with you in the future. Please come and talk to us about the current situation. I applaud you for your election, and I hope to see great things in the future, but please, we're your people too, and we vote.
All right, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Wood Street, we out. Let's go ahead and see what they're doing. right, thank you. All right, we're here at Wood Street. It's the encampment, y'all. And we got the tacos. Say Happy Easter, sponsored by Realm Church. I don't know who this food is from.
Pamplemousse. We got the pamplemousse.
But it's going down.
I think it just happened.
Okay, wait, can you take the lid off? Ready? Hold on, someone take the lid off.
There's John. Hey, John. Hey, I brought these tacos too by the plate. There's 3 tacos a plate right there. Mexican style. No, not these ones. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Day to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joe. Happy birthday to you. Hey, hey.
Okay, everyone, there's cupcakes and ice cream. So the ice cream's probably melting, so I'd get it like now.
Oh, nice. All right. Hey, press conference tomorrow?
Press conference tomorrow.
I know what you're up to.
Press conference tomorrow at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m.
10 a.m.?
Yeah, 10 a.m. I'm going to go back, lay back down.
All right.
No, I got
All right. Happy Easter.
Passover.
Right.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Right. So, what's tomorrow? What's today? I mean, today in regard to tomorrow. What are we doing today?
Today we're having a little surprise party for Joel because his birthday is going to be right in the middle of the eviction on the 20th. So tomorrow, starting at 9 a.m., the city of Oakland is coming to 1707 Wood Street to do a mass eviction of this community that's been here for years together. And so supporters are being asked to come out, and there's going to be a press conference at 10 a.m. as well.
So they've served notice?
Yeah, there's notices that are posted all throughout the encampment.
Okay.
And then all the vehicles have been tagged as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, tomorrow, bright and early, I'll be here.
Thank you.
And we'll film what happens and see if it's an ethical proceeding or not. But so what can we expect? I mean,
Daddy doesn't drop her baby out here. Hello. You know what? Ice cream.
Oh, it's in the cooler freezer thing. And there's plates and there's a scooper there. Sorry.
yeah, no, it's all good. Just real quick, why should people want this to stay here?
Well, I think that this is a really special community that has really shown what it looks like to have community care, where people come together and are taking care of one another in the absence of the government providing what's needed, which is housing and safe places for people to be. So to divide a community that has been working together and caring for each other for years is not a solution, especially when the shelter that's being offered is not accessible to many of the people who will be displaced here. And the displacement is happening in the name of, quote, affordable housing, which is supposed to be built on this lot. However, that affordable housing will not be affordable to any of the people who are being displaced now and offered only a 90-day stay in a temporary shelter bed.
Right. So would it be safe to say that this would be less of a pressing issue if shelters had more humane conditions? Because one of the things they say is, well, we've offered you guys shelter. Right. And so what you guys are saying by being here is this shelter is it's better to be here than at what is being offered.
And many of the residents that I have relationships with and I've talked to who live at this specific community have been through city-run shelters and have left those more traumatized and with less of their belongings than before. So it's really, this is a really key moment to be listening to people who are living here and taking the lead from them on what they need and what the solutions are. And people in this community and the Wood Street Commons have been asking for a meeting with Mayor Sheng Tao for months. They have written out very clearly documents that lay out what their needs are. And so the goal isn't to keep everything the same as it is right now. The goal is to upgrade human rights, but to also maintain a community of care.
So would the right to say that this shelter is not good enough, I'd rather be outside, is that a human right?
I mean, I guess.
In the container.
I mean,
because essentially that's the statement being made.
Self-determination, I would say, right?
Right.
So,
well, I guess the question I'm asking is, should anybody be forced into any type of either shelter in place or shelter at all, or?
No one should be forced. I mean, that's,
Right, because that's essentially the rhetoric. Well, we offered them.
Right.
So that's kind of like, yeah.
But the message that's not getting out is that the offers that are being made are not actually accessible, don't actually include people being able to take their vehicles with them, to be able to have space for their belongings, to be able to have self-determination, access to your own key, to your own, to the cabins. People they're not being offered their own keys. They have to go to a security guard every time they want to leave or come from their shelter space. So
now I wish I had prepared something. I will say that before I try to come up with words, that I recently in the past several weeks I've been at a loss for words repeatedly with the combination of incredible violence and inconsideration from the folks that say they're looking out for our best interests and are giving people the help they need, quote unquote, but balanced at the same time with an incredible force of care and empowering community that has thrived and beat against that violence at the same time. There are a lot of, as Sade put it, a lot of soldiers of love on Wood Street, and it's been an honor to stand with them and be welcomed among them. I am not a long-time Oakland resident. I moved out here in June 2021, but it became evident as I got more involved in doing advocacy and mutual aid, and that was what I wanted to devote my life to, that I was not going to be able to keep my job or pay rent. And fortunately, my Wood Street family welcomed me with open arms, and I can't begin to describe how thankful I am for that, and to have that already built safe space there to fall into. A lot of people are not that fortunate, and all the teachings and time spent together has been so life-changing. And yeah, we need the resources now, but we got this. We're already doing what folks need. We're already looking out for each other. It's just with what means we have, and that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way what we have on this earth is supposed to be used. It's supposed to be for all. It doesn't belong to anybody, but we find what we can and we do what we will, and we look out for one another. And they want to isolate us. They want to put us in little boxes. They want to keep us separate, out of sight, out of mind. They don't want us to care, because as soon as you start caring, you see the facade. You see how they're draining us every day and keeping us from actually living. Coming to Wood Street, I found out what it means to be alive, really. Because I feel you, Monte, when you say there's times that you didn't want to be here. I've been there, and my time here has really showed me the value in being here. So I just love you all so much, and thank you for standing with us today.
Hey. I used to skate with Major. Before we get baked and blazed, dirt police, Oscar Grant, take the taser, defund the police, make them pay. Sir, if you in the game, stay and savor, cause when Los Rockets worked with Major Lazer, I was on the spot with a shit and a razor, made man, paid in a blazer. She gazed and amazed her. I'm out of left field like I came from a crater, and haters gon' hate it when they see it with me like it's too late to date her. Sorry everybody, I'm a certified crazer. You're throwing stones but you're home glass like a glacier. Baby girl crying but I'm colder than a glacier. Can't wipe tears cause I can't see my baby. Baby mama drama and it's right by the neighbors. Baby mama drama and it's right by the neighbors. Got off the phone with Gary V. Told me, kid, no whining. You got to do it cause you love it or it's not alignment. Nipsey said to hustle first, then let the Cubans shine. And tell my baby girl I love her, you're my little diamond.
Sir,
Mike, I gotta go back to my car that way.
So then you can continue walking that way then. Go ahead.
You guys are crazy. Can you explain to me what's the difference? I'm a legal photographer. I have an LLC for my business. I'm a freelance photographer.
You said you
You're
were
free
going to
with the
leave.
work back there, man. We see you step back there, you can film all you want, okay? You got workers coming back here, they're doing this
My
stuff.
car's back here, and I'm pressed. I'm a film
Okay,
company.
that's fine, bro.
I'm a film company.
Move back over your thing.
Okay. Well, I gotta walk back that way to get my
Where's your
car.
stuff at?
It's that way. So I'm gonna have to leave that
Well,
way.
then go ahead and walk that way then.
Okay. So if not, there's gonna be consequences.
Well, we don't want to talk about consequences, okay? I want you to get your stuff, like you said you want to do,
Yeah.
and then you can move on out.
Okay, but
I
what?
just can't have you back here. These guys are working, and I can't have you interfering with it, okay, brother?
All right.
Actually get jobs.
So where's everybody gonna go?
Don't know, to be honest with you. Don't know. They have a couple of shelters. I call them shelters. Cabin communities up the street that's opened that I'm trying to advise people that would be the best place to go to right now. You have your own cabin. You do have showers. You do have a bathroom. They do have kitchens there that they're building. It is a lot more humane than the tough sheds that they first started off with, but not saying that they're the best thing and not saying they're successful yet. Otherwise, that I don't really know where people are going to go. Hopefully not on the street.
Okay.
I had a friend that stayed down here, though.
Dude, where's everybody gonna go?
They're scrambling. I mean, where's there for them to go?
Damn. Yep. I think that's the that's what makes this
Temporarily, you do with me, so.
right. Damn. All right, man. Thank you. Hey, it's your boy Da Vizzle, aka David. We about to check out Wood Street, the encampment. All right, the judge's orders. They saying that they gonna evict. So come on, let's go check it out. Yeah, man, this is Wood Street. You know, it's quite the thing. Don't get nobody on camera. Oh shit, big ass dog. What's up with it, Ken? Come on. Yeah, man. So this is it. So feel me? This is where they do the thug this or whatever. But this is the stage right here. This the main stage. What's up with y'all? Hey, well, how y'all doing? Sorry, we ain't trying to get nobody on camera. I just wanted to. It's your boy Da Vizzle, aka David, and this is the lowdown on Wood. Can you get that on camera? Can I ask you a question? Man, where you gonna go?
Huh?
Where's everybody going after?
I don't know.
Not even like a Plan B type of shelter that's open for Wood Street?
No place to go.
All right, man. Well, that's what I wanted to ask people today.
Yeah.
So where's everybody going?
Yeah. I'm looking for my son right now. He's got long dreadlocks. Have you seen him?
I might. I can't think.
Yeah, I think he went that way.
Can you answer this last question? Why would this be considered unethical to some? Some people say, well, this is how it is. And some people say, oh, this is unethical. Why would this be unethical?
Look around you. I mean, like, just look around you. I mean, it just looks unethical. you need 50 police officers and fences and to get rid of people. That sounds unethical. It looks unethical. I mean, just the way they're doing things is unethical. You're supposed to come through and these people need homes, houses, places to go to live, and that's something that could have been done a long time ago. It didn't have to be done this way. The city of Oakland has the power to come in here and start working with people years ago, honestly, but they could have came in here a long time ago and worked with individuals one-on-one to find out exactly what it is that they needed and provided that for them. But they decided we'll wait until a month before we need the land, and then we'll decide we'll put them off this way. So
They don't know what we go through. Saw my mama's eyes as a youngster took me away. She deserved so much more from me, but I can still see her face. She taught me, son, make lemonade. Cause as long as you're alive, baby, you gon' be okay. As long as you're alive, night is followed by the sunlight. Time heals all wounds, long as the morning's done right. They don't know what we go through. They don't know what we going through.
So I'm going to welcome John to speak. Just like Jazz, I'm unprepared. Didn't write down anything. Sort of overwhelmed with everything that's been going on over the last couple of months with evictions and planning stuff, and just seeing all the support out here is like freaking amazing. And then Theo pops out of nowhere, the Mad Hatter. You know, I want to say thank you guys. Like, the crowds are getting bigger, so I feel like we're doing what's necessary to get awareness put out there, some understanding. We're down here today because we want to put pressure on the city council today with another, I guess, vote about the 22 acres. Carol Fife is pushing for 8 acres of the 22 acres for us to be able to exist on.
Amen.
We know there's a bunch of red tape that's gonna, even if they do say yes, there's money that needs to be involved. There's red tape that needs to be cut for us to be able to even go over there. There's contracts and waivers that need to be signed. So today, hopefully they say yes so that process can start. So that hopefully next year there's a bigger place for the unhoused to exist. And when I speak of the unhoused, I don't just speak of Wood Street unhoused. I want everybody to remember that there's a whole city, a whole county, a whole state, country for that matter, with unhoused people out there, and they need to. It needs to be addressed. Everyone needs some sort of housing. It's not all the same housing. It's putting everybody into a box.
So what's up with you, man?
Getting prepared for what's imminent.
Man, this is our episode 2 from David Ocasio TV, but with respects to the Lowdown on Wood show, I don't know if we're Lowdown on Wood episode 1 or 2, but I think it's somebody else's idea, so, you know, but at the same time,
it's our idea.
That's your guys' idea?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So Lowdown on Wood, I believe it's episode 2. We'll just call it episode 2, and we'll leave episode 1 up in for everyone to claim.
Right.
So I'm gonna start off with the positive. I feel like you guys made history a couple different times. First of all, an encampment making the news, getting part of their side of the story heard is making history. A lot of encampments, they ain't got.
They were disbanded long before they could even speak to anybody.
Yeah, but they also wasn't even up on the charger situation, and they calling phones and filming and being able to go live like John be doing, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if many encampments have someone that can go live for an hour. That means their phone was fully charged and they got a decent camera on they, you know what I mean?
Which is not really an easy feat out here.
Right.
Most people rarely even have phones, and if they do, they're dead.
Right. So you guys made history with it's almost like a comedy with the restraining order.
Right.
I mean, that made me laugh at first. I was like, oh my God, like we do anything we can, but I mean, let's talk about the restraining order. What's up with that?
Well, you know, what they're doing is criminal. And so, temporary restraining orders just protects the citizens. And whether we're homeless or not, we're still citizens.
Right.
But the judge saw that that was an angle that we could stand on. So he dissolved it. And so now we're again faced with eviction.
imminently above my head every second. Now, it's kind of messed up when you don't know when the gavel's going to fall. You know, it could happen right now while we're talking. Right now, they can come in. I have to worry about how I'm going to get my stuff together.
That'd be a nightmare.
Yeah, it would be. And the day when it comes, it will be a nightmare. I mean, I'm going to fight no matter what. I'm going to get on top of my roof and put oil and tar and whatever else I have to do up there to keep people from coming up there to get me off.
So might we need to get your information or cash app or a person that could bail you out if they don't play fair at that time? Because you're standing up for a right as a citizen of the United States and Oakland dirt, saying that you have no right to remove me like a refugee or like someone with a warrant, essentially.
Right. I'm a citizen.
Yeah.
You know, and they sent me here, first of all. OPD sent us down here with amnesty. And, you know, up until just recently, they did not give us a problem about being here. So they've given us authorization to be here.
And for everyone who doesn't know Oakland, Wood Street is effectively the last street in the city, right? Because these streets over here are all like Port of Oakland. Freeway. Yeah. So this is, Oakland is over at Wood Street. There's no bothering nobody.
This is it.
Yeah.
Modern day slave. Have you heard the term modern day slave? Have you given it any thought, or is it just what they say? They deserve the sentences they were served. A chance for repentance to occur. You got nerve to say they shouldn't pay? I mean, after all, life is a little game. But who said it had to be a baseball game? 3 strikes turn my life into a baseball game. Pay a debt to society and still carry shame. Answer questions about your past. You better not be who's to blame. Cause you ain't getting the job, and you better not rob, but we bringing you the pain. Indoctrination. People don't belong where we belong. It's just a song. Indoctrination. We move on and on. Where do we expect them to go? Indoctrination. It doesn't matter, they're just zombies. Indoctrination. We don't have to think about them because they're not like us. Indoctrination. Where does Wood Street go? Can it become a new street? Is every unhoused person welcome in every encampment? Where does Wood Street go? Carol Fife, we need you. Where does Wood Street go? Mayor of Oakland, we need you. Where does Wood Street go? Kev Choice, we need you. Where does Wood Street go? We can put us on the news, but where do we go? The big question is, would you put them in your living room? Put them in your backyard? Treat humans like humans. You don't have to act hard. Where does Wood Street go?
Are the conditions of the shelters humane?
Yes, the new cabins are humane. I will say that. Each cabin does have electricity in it. Each cabin has a heater in it. Each cabin has a refrigerator in it. I've stayed in them. I've been in them for 2 weeks. The cabins are humane. I'm not saying that they're the best solution to this problem, but they are humane.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, man. Cobb on Wood, right? Yep. The Instagram Cobb on Wood, ladies and gentlemen. So we are here.
Wood Street Commons Instagram.
Wood Street Commons
Instagram account, and we'll keep you updated throughout the next couple of weeks. But we'll keep you updated until whenever.
We will keep you updated, ladies and gentlemen. And this guy over here is saying something. Let's go see what this officer is saying.
I want you to bring your attention to the stage real quick as I introduce the man, the only one, David! All right, brother.
Wood Street. What's up?
Wood Street!
It's not the same. 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 It's not the same.
Say La Russell. Keep Wood Street alive. Keep People's Park alive. Bring black businesses back to Lake Mary. Let the Mexicans work on Mission Street. What's wrong with y'all? You already know they
corporate bullshit. It's a full clip. Off on the poor. I don't even know why they want it so bad. They just trying to shoot off of some more. I don't even know, but it really make me mad. Yeah. Free People's Park. The beat ran out. This is what I'm about. It's cold. The heat ran out. It's your boy Doc Vizzle, live from the pergola at the encampment. Lil Russell, that's my submission for the 20K. I will dedicate 2K to this encampment right here if I win, but that's not why I want to win. I think I'm the best. I think I have the best verse, and I'm going to rap it off a cappella so you can really kind of grasp, and I'm out. I'm sorry for waking everybody up. Look, it's hard to complain or contain. We are not the same. Stop the chain. Stay in your lane. The rope you copped was lame. You should feel socked and feeling all ashamed. Stop it, man. Opportunity but block the lane. Nothing to lose, all to gain. The game we chop ain't plain. We on the plane, and we ain't playing. Hip-hop land to the Hall of Fame. And God have faith for the foster kids in all the states. Chillin' on the block, no rock, no cane. Still got guap like the stock exchange. That's why I deserve to win. But overall, I'm the best cause too. Real hip-hop in my veins. It's your boy Doc Vizzle, man. Appreciate the opportunity. That's my submission. The second song is called Brown Skin, and I'm out.
David Ocasio TV here. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, at Wood Street. It is going all the way down. They are trying to clear the lot. Oh, wait a minute. Do you have something to say for the people of Instagram to check out today, man? What's going on? Here come. Scoot in, man. Tell the people what's going on. Why is Wood Street the center of attention today?
Because the city of Oakland is trying to come through here and basically displace everybody, cause more trauma, cause more headaches, and just terrorize people. Basically is what they're doing right now. Something they could have came and they knew people were here for the last 3 years, so they had enough time to come through here and do this humane way, but they decided they wanted to do it this way, so that's what's happening right now.
They told us who we were: at risk, out of control, broken home, criminal, that couldn't be left alone, destined to be a deadbeat dad, get the sex and gone, destined to be abusive, destined to be addicted, destined to be a dropout, and destined to be in prison. Indoctrination. It's not a crime to be poor. It's not a crime to be from the ghetto, in the ghetto. It's not a crime to be poor. It's not a crime to be from the ghetto, in the ghetto. It's not a crime to be poor. It's not a crime to be on Wood Street in an encampment. It's not a crime to be poor. Yeah. Well, if you've made it to the end of this video, I want to give you a special I have my unrecorded verses here. Maybe I'm crazy to think of myself as a Nas type of writer, but I really love my writing, and I always lose my books and break my phones. So you guys are gonna get my writing right now. Here we go. Hip hop in the park. I hope the forest is defended. The morality police had their morality suspended. The casualties eventually become zombies in the rain. Who cares about the homeless, man? Are they even human beings? Where I come from, humans bang. Fascinated by how she sings. But I'm a retired player, big pun, I'm young West Coastin'. I fuck with the East Coast. Hip hop, I play in it. In West Oakland. Hip hop, I play it in West Oakland. I'm straight from Alameda, Alamurda, Alamany. Put my city on my back like Big Sal Salamany. Thinking about how they played me, man, it drove me crazy. If only we had a retweet from Jay-Z. I talk about the ALM, the FSM. Wrote this album with no distractions. Know what I mean? The Popo lied about shooting him first. We need to see forensics. They lied about shooting him first. We need to see forensics. It's never been worse. I just gotta get the point across. You sellouts work for Babylon. You're slaves just to keep lights on. Latino field nigga just to write songs. Like Kanye, this helped me right the wrong. Leonard's still in jail. Stop the show. This shit is wrong. What's going on? You say food for the poor. We say food for the poor. They would rather have the bombs. Tell the women in Iran, I believe in how you come. With or without hijab, you deserve a job. The morality police is really just a violence mob. Housing is a human right. Tell me what you gon' do tonight. Hit the lick with you, I might. Electric store, I need a mic. And I need a camera too. The police have a plan for you. Tell me what you're gonna do when they send the clan for you. I'ma pull a stunt at the protest watch. Trying to land grab, not on my watch. Tyrese Nichols stalked, he was watched. NorCal got stopped by the cops. Pull a high speed, would have been better off. That's why they show you if you're scared, then you're soft. Pull a high speed, would have been better off. He'd have been better off crashing and the police coming and then that beating happening. Rest in peace, Tyrese Nichols. Here we go. They think it's a joke, they think it's a joke, they think it's a game. They think it's a joke, they think it's a joke, they think it's a game. But this ain't a joke, this ain't a joke, this ain't a game. This ain't a joke, this ain't a joke, this ain't a game. I think it's a joke. Cause they speak one language, smoke. An innocent man who they gave by the store law enforcement's biggest fear, hope. I can call the Bloods and Crips, pull up low, the bong rip off the spliff at the protest mic. Is what you call a shelter and see me stoke. Yeah, I can't even read my own writing. I wrote that hella late. I gotta double check it. This is an intro to something I have called Free Speech. It says, first Friday, please consider this letter. I know you love hip hop, but rappers can't get no cheddar. Other genres come on stage like they all are better, but everyone shows up with a rapper on their sweater. Hip hop is banned from First Friday, and you need to, everyone that knows First Friday, the organization, needs to press that. Hip hop started First Friday, okay? Here we go. R.I.P. to the black skater. Ron saw him in real life. His name was Tyree. Killed 2 days before the night. Not with bullet or knife. He was beat, it wasn't right. Modern day Emmett Till. Thank God for social media tonight. This was calculated murder. They got to give everyone life. You heard about the boy in Shasta? He's still missing tonight. Juvenile justice, juvenile justice. We need more than reform, we need justice, yeah. We need justice. Juvenile justice for the group home kids. Do you know what a group home is? It's kind of like an orphanage. It's a nice way of saying it's an orphanage. Came up real close to the poorest kids. Real prostitutes, pimps, and extortionists. That's why I'm so obsessed with going poor to rich. That's why I'm so obsessed with going poor to rich. Look, little bro, I hit the path before you. Even if you're just an orphan, know someone adores you. Look, little bro, I hit the path before you, even if you're just an orphan. Know someone adores you. Hey, hey.
Hey,
how you doing? Good.
You are live right now?
Not live. Just I'm recording though. But
Alright, cool.
Yeah, it's all good. Yep, for sure. Yeah, man. So some people might be asking, why don't you show everything? Because there's people walking around and stuff. So me having this as my backdrop is the best. That way everybody can keep doing what they're doing. Okay, here we go. Next one. David Ocasio literature, legendary like Kelly P. Documentary filmmaker, why don't you try telling me? Just because you hired me, don't think you'll be selling me. I'll give you your money back and keep my soul love in the streets. If you see yellow subtitles, man, it came right from the Russell. Everyone copies the Bay, cause we fun and got the muscle. I don't even have to call. Your phone can die if it goes down. I just make my decision now. Do I want to knock bro down? If the feds are listening, please let me plead my case. I'm just a poet. All I do is talk about Leonard Peltier to fools that don't know it. You don't have to target me. All I really am is a stoner, trying to stay sober. I don't need to get rolled over. Take me off the terrorist list while you're at it, the Black Panthers. Cause they got the keys to the city and they got the answer. See, I don't even know what I write sometimes until it's time to read it. Okay, here we go. Kendrick had me fucked up. Okay. If I die before your album drop, if I die before your album drop, listening to sing about me. If I die before your album drop. Kendrick fucked me up with that. Chente got locked up before my album. Note is dead, it's bad. Nate is dead, it's bad. I'm worse than Lil Uzi, all my friends are dead. Here on the pad, Antonio Ramos, he was painting, man. Then he got clapped. Maya Watts was my goddaughter, man, and that shit still gets me sad. The margins don't get no better. Classism has taught us that. Marginalization, racism, fascism has causes that. Or the other way around. Either way, the brothers Brown. Got my game from Pac and Dre. Humpty Hump is still in town. Ain't no saving face. Master Ace, Saigon held me down. When Kendrick came up to the block, I had to see the show in town. Listening to sing about me, listening to sing about me, contemplating quitting smoking weed to sing about me, listening to sing about me, listening to sing about me, contemplating quitting smoking weed. I want to shout out Stockton Stack the old Richmond 2, listening to sing about me. All I think about is you, the Chicano Northerners. I know a couple fools from the South Side too. I told them all I'm from Alameda. I don't bang, but I'm down to shoot. They slapped Woody and Criminal. I put them on to the Jack. They put me on the Mac 10. I put them on to Dre the Mac. We already love Pac. Track and Easy, that was that. Every gangster loves Too Short. By the way, you can ask the Flats. You should be getting it. If you can go handle that, you should be getting it. Like they say, go get the bag. Yeah, let's skip this one. Matter of fact, man, I don't got none of this memorized, man. Rap music is my job. They paying me to write. Abolish CYA. COINTELPRO is alive. They call it politics till they send you to the pen. Now you're a political prisoner for your opinion. And all discrimination, marginalization, and again, get the Asian boys from Oakland, man, free all 10. The prison industry invested in the music biz just to make sure ain't nobody do this. Talk about KRS-One, talk about Kelly P, talk about Peltier. Tell stories of the chief, Crazy Horse, Wounded Knee, Sitting Bull, SD, Pine Ridge drove me crazy, American History, Free the Black Hills, and Leonard Peltier too. It's your boy Da Vizzle, you know what I came to do. That was my book. I want to dedicate this moment to my goddaughter, Maya Watts. I love you. And I want to let my real daughter know that this is who you're named after. And I love you too. All right. And Nessa, Tiana, Isaiah, the family, the Weems family, okay, the Watts family. I love you guys. So, I can just be church family. Be like, he's like family. He went to church. He met Maya in 2013, 2000, and we looked after her. I was her youth pastor. And that was a big deal. She was really into church, and she was really into church. So being her youth pastor was a significant thing. Some of you guys don't know your youth pastor, but me, she was like one of the only kids to call me Pastor David. So that's a trip. But I love you, Mike. And to my daughter, I love you too. I love you, baby. And to the family, we standing with you. End all violence against women. End all violence against black women. Support black women. All right. And yeah, man. This was the Lowdown on Wood, Poetry in Motion, the poetry reading. Thank you so much, Wood Street Encampment, for having me. Shout out to John, shout out to Oksana, shout out to Anti-Police Terror Project, Cobb on Wood. Yeah, supposed to be an eviction over here coming soon, so we got to come out with a solution that's not just let them do a land grab. We have to have a better solution than let them do a land grab. So I hope you guys love the poetry. I love spitting. And David Acapella, you've officially been introduced. And anybody that's watching this right now, hit me up. Tell me you watched the whole thing. And I'll repost anything on my Documentary David page that you ask me to repost. Except something I don't believe in, but for the most part, I'm gonna repost you. Thank you. I'm out.
Touring, but it's been, well, I'm an 8-year Vietnam vet. I had it rough coming back from Vietnam. I got splattered with red paint, demonstrations, and I lived here for 30 years as an electrical contractor, and now that I'm in my retirement age, I wanted to go traveling, but I've done nothing but repair my vehicle. And hopefully we need an RV center or station or something for over 200 vehicles here we have in the Bay Area that have no place to park. Out on the street, being harassed every day, repeatedly. So we don't want to be out here, but we are. We need an RV park. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, and that was our last speaker.
I would also like to speak
for that group. Okay.
Thank you. This is Delphine Brody. I'm a formerly unhoused resident of Oakland, now housed, and I'm also speaking in support of agenda item 14. We need those 8 acres, ideally 22 acres at the North Gateway parcel for self-governed community by and for displaced Wood Street and other unhoused residents. This is absolutely needed.
Hello, it is David Ocasio here with Sober Gang TV, and today we are covering Wood Street encampment sticking up for itself, as they say. They say they were unconstitutionally policed, kicked out of their homes, and have nowhere to go. This is what they say. They are also saying that Mayor Libby Shaft is responsible for building 5,000 more apartments for residents in Oakland, and failure to do so has caused a mass displacement. We have footage here of local artists and activists speaking to the city council in favor of Carol Fife's proposal. We will see if it goes through, and thank you.
When fires happen at encampments, what is the possibility that it was not anybody in the encampment, or people say that it's drugs?
It's never been drugs. Every fire, and I know because I go to abate them myself. When I normally arrive at the fire, it's either someone that's not from here or it's some jealousy type stuff. But yet and still, let's talk about the fires. I've been here 10 years. For 8 of those years, I've been asking the fire marshal to come down and teach us fire abatement. He's not once sent anyone to educate us on fire safety measures. Not one. But they want to shed light on us having out of control fires. What do you think is going to happen when you concentrate people on top of people? Like I said, they sent us here.
Because they know you're here. Even if they deny sending you here, they can't deny being aware that you're here. So there should be city paid for fire extinguishers.
It's not even fire extinguishers, because I don't believe in fire extinguishers, really. I don't. They do save lives, but what I believe is I believe in fire preventative measures. Like, so with that education, we started our own course because they would not send anybody down here. We had our own fire brigade, and what they're not telling people is that we put out way more fires than they saw. We put out fires almost every other day from people coming onto the lot that's not from here, trying to make it, have a problem with the fire.
So real quick, and that's what I was talking about, because I don't want to lose credibility to anybody on the opposing side, right? But I've seen a lot of fires, and I can't help but, say while we're still here, one day they'll research this, like, oh, 2022 was a long time ago.
Right.
some of these fires, I think, are started by people who don't like homeless people.
A lot of them are. We've caught a couple of people that actually were paid to set the fires. They wouldn't tell us by whom, but they were actually paid to set the fires. Some of the biggest fires where you see black spots on the infrastructure of the overpass, those are the people that we caught. They had accelerants. It was a professional job. It was not us. Most of the fires really was not us. They're probably, let's say, out of 10. 2 of those fires were set from a jealous boyfriend or a jealous girlfriend. The other 8 were not us. Why would we burn our own house? I mean, we live here. Why would we burn our own shit down? It makes no sense.
So, this just baffles me because they know that you're here. And this is a really big pressure to go to their sheltering places. Is that, I mean, I can't see.
I mean, wouldn't you want somebody to go to your sheltering place if you're going to get a kickback for it?
And with all respect, like, I don't want.
I'm not trying to,
I don't want to lighten the fight of the enemies being forced out of freedom into the reservation.
Concentration.
But it's the only thing to compare it to be understood by like a 14-year-old. Like, look, they're trying to, in a sense, force y'all into their reservation due to COVID or whatever. You gotta do what they think and go where they go and live how they live.
I liken it to modern day slavery, and I know that word scares a lot of people. But in that
was one of my poems that before we even started, I might even put this interview after the poetry reading because it's like one of my poems is Modern Day Slave. So if you watch the whole thing, keep going.
Well, we are enslaved in several ways. No, we're not being whipped anymore. No, that we're not facing people with sheets on their heads. But they've traded that for a pen and the law.
And the news.
And the news, because they control the news. You know, people look at the news and it's law.
And I was thinking this morning, it's an unfair play because the judges watch the news. So if someone has an in at Fox or KTVU or NBC, then it's like, damn,
you can spin it their way.
We're gonna go to court. It's like Young Thug right now, the rapper. He's getting done like Tupac.
Is he?
He's getting washed. Washing dudes he made songs with. They're like, snitch, yeah, he's getting washed. He's facing a lot of years.
Oh, wow.
And the judge, I'm trying to make an example of, and the news is all for it. So it's like, as the judge goes to court every day, he's like, oh, I've already been told how to think.
And let me ask you this. This is a judicial official. He or her are supposed to be non-biased. The news is not supposed to be able to change the decision of the facts. Right? I find it to be a travesty done to the people when you have a judge that is already in his mind or her mind saying guilty based on the fact that it's a rapper, period. Based on the fact that it's a skinhead, really. You know what I'm saying? If the judge is already set with their preconceived notions, how could he judge?
I describe the preconceived notion as this: you look like you could survive in prison, or you look similar to the guys I sent over to the big house. I think you'll be cool over there for 4 years. It won't be as bad. That's really where you belong.
Right. Now, see, that's not right at all, because he's taken out the whole judicial system. We don't even need him in his seat if that's how he's going to judge.
And I'll tell you that this is so true because if a dreadhead doesn't cut his hair, he has to go up the river all the way. So whatever the possibility of max is, that's what the judge is going to give, because in his mind, the dreads make you look hard and make you look tough, and you can survive in a tougher place. So I'm going to have to see you. So not cutting your dreads comes with big penalties.
Dreads is a hairstyle. It is a movement as well, but the Oaklander that has dreads isn't the same thing as a Jamaican person wearing dreads. It's a whole culture from Jamaica. Here it's just a hairstyle. So you could have a baby with dreads and he's just as soft as a baby. You know, you shouldn't send that man to prison because he looks like that.
Right.
It's their preconceived notions. It's not acceptable.
Yeah. So we have a new mayor. And this is happening on her watch. Is there room for her to blame the last mayor? You know how presidents do. It's not my fault, it's his fault.
I don't think that anybody should be able to do that. Once you are sworn in, and that's your duties and responsibilities to do your job, then how dare you blame somebody else for your incompetence?
Right. And just for our accuracy, she hasn't blamed anyone yet.
And I'm looking forward to working with her too.
Right. She hasn't blamed anyone yet. She hasn't this and that, but it's just we're coming from a pessimistic standpoint because we're calling it the inevitable. So, you know, we need her to show that she really is going to let Carol fight take it. You know,
but seriously, we need these officials to get off their asses and do some work with empathy. Because I am a citizen of Oakland, and I don't care if I'm homeless or not, I'm still a citizen of Oakland, California. They log my number in as an Oakland resident, an Oakland citizen. So they get their money from me being an Oakland resident, an Oakland citizen.
Right.
So they should treat me accountable, treat me in the same space as they would treat a house resident. They're dropping the ball on a lot of different areas that they shouldn't, because it all encapsulates Oakland. You can't say that you're the mayor of Oakland, but drop off people, the Boys and Girls Club. No, the Boys and Girls Club is part of Oakland, so you gotta encapsulate that in part of your people.
The mayor of that.
Yeah, she's the mayor over Oakland.
Right.
So you know, we asked her to meet with us. She hasn't yet. And when I saw her the other day, I think I should run. I do. And not for the same reasons as most people. Because I wouldn't change. They have a job to do. It's all glamorous and it's all beautiful. And I remember, like in school, I was a class president and all that crap. So I understand how the propaganda can make you feel like I'm the mayor. But that's fine, act like that. But you have duties and responsibilities that needs to be fulfilled.
Right.
They have dropped the ball historically.
Yeah, and then the problem with the upper echelon handling everything is that they got to focus on some money in the bottom of their heart. They got the family business to focus on. They got their investments, their stocks. They really not paying attention during these board meetings and these things. They need to let regular people who make $30,000 a year do it, or because and I know people who know Libby. She actually spoke in my church, so my pastor is cool. The pastor at Shiloh Church is cool.
They created more fucked up conditions, separated us, sent us all the way to East Oakland. They don't want poor people in West Oakland anymore? Is that what it is? I'm not leaving. I'm not.
Let's figure that out then. Let's figure out how that can happen.
They better give me an apartment and a job, because I'm not going anywhere in West Oakland. I'm not going out of West Oakland.